I am the third estate. I work the most, you live and get no say. I'm the people, the peasants, but we have no presence in our government. We're the majority, but we don't have any authority to halt the conformity. I'm the second estate, I consist of the nobles, and my life is pretty great. We get the third with the legal papers, and we're accumulating haters. But we got a good say, and we're always paid. Now the first estate, the cream of the crop, the top of the top. I'm the king, I'm the queen, and I'm notoriously mean. We got the money, the power, and the attacks on the masses. I'm King Louis, the people are starving poo-poo. Some people call me a tyrant as I live my lavish life. The people are begging for help, but I always keep on side. Queen Mary Antoinette, my hobbies are gambling and spending. People that is pleading for help on pending. Let me set the scene, France's economy is struggling, the turmoil is bubbling. Louis spending all the money, let me just spreading, change is coming. When the great King Louis could spend no more, the king was forced to hold in a state's general meeting so the country might go without a beating. The first and second had always been able to outvote the bourgeoisie. This time the third would not be at the rich man's mercy, so they called the National Assembly. They used their power in numbers to seize the moment for change. It was meant to represent the people and make reforms to feed the swarms.
The third estate wanted new reforms, but the big guys heard and locked out the third. They broke into the place and ended up on the tennis court. They made an oath to make a constitution and start a revolution. A pair of rumors flew and tension grew. The British troops are coming to the National Assembly crew. Looking for weapons, getting scared by the hour. The French from the Bastille looking for gunpowder. The mob killed the guards in a brutal fashion. This act of revenge showed no compassion. Went out on the streets, waving heads on pikes. The bloodlust crowd was ready to strike. The snowball was rolling and the word was spreading. The people were angry and ready for beheading. Because they stormed the home of nobles to burn down the papers. They were no longer bound.
They were all own saviors.
The people stormed into the place with the intention of killing, demanding the king and queen return the building. Red prices high, pitchforks in the sky. They could not be stopped. They would just retry. The Assembly radically reforms the government. They promised to help everyone in need. Equal justice, freedom of speech, religion guaranteed. Liberty, equality, fraternity was the slogan used to unify the people under the radical new government. The people had to band together to defend off foreign invaders. Olympic Gouge had her mind on a mission. She was working to get equal rights for all women. She thought the revolutionary movement could go through evolution, but would only let her losing her head in execution. Yet another constitution was made in the name of the revolution. The National Convention was a new invention with the intention to govern France's new redemption. The king's head was chopped off in the public eye. Everyone agreed he had to die.
The reign of terror was a time of fear, conflict, and violence. If you spoke out of line, Maximilian was sure your voice was silenced. Robespierre claims there was too many delusions of the revolution. Addicted to the guillotine, he believes the only solution is public execution. But for me, his work was in vain. The guillotine's blade would end his reign.
Here comes a great leader off a hot victory creation or creator of his time. Nevertheless, he arrives, and people say he'll make this country thrive.
Who's the hero of the hour as he led a French army and locked up power. Slowly taking down nations and exceeded expectations. Slowly gaining credibility in France's travels, sweating Italy, and won a series of battles.
A military man defending France with his tactical genius, resurrecting France like a newborn phoenix. Not the leader they wanted, but the leader they deserved. The colonial system was a big fat failure. The French blockade was avoided with devious behavior.
The colonial system was far too weak. His own family was in doubt even at its peak. Mistakes like these would lead to the end of an empire. Once he was gone, the meeting of Vienna would transpire.
It was the Congress of Vienna, hosted in Austria, the meeting of nations, a story of power hungry, easing their relations.
To recoup Europe after Napoleon left it in shambles, France with territories they had trampled. Russia expands to Finland and Poland.
Last but not least, the many Germans were united. Prussia's control made Prussia so delighted. The leaders were deciding if France should stay a democracy. They had to impose a whole lot of policies. We hope you enjoy the French Revolution. Maybe next time you'll have a better solution.